Hi, I'm so thrilled to be a part of your learning experience here today as you go through the adventure of getting up to speed with all the different parts of leadership that influence and shape how we engage with the world and make our communities a better place. Today I want to talk to you about something that I call the Step Up Challenge, a key to doing some small things that make a meaningful difference in how you're able to live your life and engage with the community. My name is Dave, and I'm thrilled to be able to spend some time with you here today and tell you a little bit about where I see these opportunities, what they look like, what they feel like, and how they make each of us a little bit stronger through our interactions and the way we work with one another. I call this the Step Up Challenge, simple ways to win at life. During our time together, I want to share with you what I think these opportunities are to engage with one another, to engage with leaders and mentors in the field, and primarily to engage with yourself in a way that will add tremendous value to your interactions with not only other people, but with the community at large as we look to shape and influence the lived experience of one another. The first way is really to trust your experience. Understand and accept the idea that your perspective matters. So much of life is really about finding our voice, understanding that in a lot of moments it's going to take a tremendous amount of courage to share our voice. It's going to take overcoming the butterflies in our stomach. It's going to take pushing past the idea that people will judge or disagree with something we've said, or for one reason or another not be on board with the story that we're trying to share, but recognizing that our perspective matters nonetheless. In her book Lean In, Sheryl Sandberg talks about this experience when she says getting a seat at the table is what it's all about, not forfeiting your chance to have a voice be heard. For so many of us, especially as emerging leaders on the national and international stage, it's critical that we bring what we're feeling, thinking, experiencing, and desiring into the conversation to make sure that the solutions that are being built on the largest level are solutions that are representative of what we feel and need, deserve, and have earned through the experience and what we've put out over the years. It's important that we lean in and become a part of that solution. The second strategy is adding the song This Is Me to your playlist. If you're not familiar with this song, it's from The Greatest Showman, and one of the lines in the lyrics is, I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be, this is me. And that line is just encapsulating an entire song that talks about the power of the positivity of being who we are and embracing our interactions with the world in a way that's proud. There are so many variables in the world that are designed to suppress the joy that we bring about being a human, living a life, having all the experience and opportunity and open doors that come with that. But there are factors that are well outside of our control that look to try to bring us down. Understanding that it's okay to be who we are, to celebrate who we are and what we feel, makes a very meaningful difference and distinguishes those of us who live the extraordinary lives and extraordinary moments from those of us who simply go through the motions. Listen to the song This Is Me, own it, put it on repeat on your playlist if you need to, but I can't hear that song and not help feeling better about myself and the choices and the pathway that I'm going down. Part of that same moment about embracing and accepting and celebrating who we are is regularly journaling. Capture what you're feeling. Give yourself permission to feel those things. Give yourself permission to feel sad and to feel joy concurrently. Give yourself permission to feel both of those on the same day, the same hour, even in the same minute, as things unfold in different ways to bring you down that path. It's real and human and part of the lived experience to feel things deeply. Don't suppress, but embrace what those are. Accept, explore, and grow from knowing what you're feeling authentically. Next, give the empathy and openness you seek. Folks, there are jerks in the world. All I implore of you is to give everything you can to not become one. Don't become someone who's given up and simply let the cynicism take you over and shape and negatively impact how you're interacting with the world, with your colleagues, with your friends, with your peers, as you look to make a meaningful difference. All we want in life is someone else to give us some empathy, be open to it, allow us to be vulnerable, allow us to engage meaningfully with what they are. We must model the way first for other people to do that. There's a quote from Andrew Boyd that says, compassion hurts. When you feel connected to everything, you also feel responsible for everything, and you cannot turn away. Your destiny is bound with the destinies of others. You must either learn to carry the universe or be crushed by it. You must grow strong enough to love the world yet empty enough to sit down at the same table with its worst horrors. This message from Boyd is really about saying, taking on this idea of being an empathetic person and allowing other people to be open and vulnerable with you means you'll carry a weight from that as well. But you're also serving that social circle. You're helping grow and develop those people around you, and your community is better through that choice. Next is bookmark the website change.org and visit all the time. If you're not familiar with that initiative, change.org gathers petitions from around the world of people who are taking on social causes, trying to make a meaningful difference, gives information, tells people where to sign, how to get involved with a cause that matters to you. When we give back to our community through community service or through engaging in an effort to positively change something, it changes our heart. It changes the way we interact with others. It changes the pathway that we're on. Go take a minute and go look at change.org. See what it says. See what jumps out from you from the headlines, and see if you can't find something that speaks to your passion. And then dive in. Become part of something bigger than yourself. Go ahead. Go to change.org. Oh, you're still here? Okay, I'm going to assume you paused it and you've come back. Last couple that I want to share with you. First is to become a mentor. Mestrius Plutarchus said, "The mind is not a vessel that needs filling, but wood that needs igniting." What a wonderful message to frame becoming a mentor for someone else. The cool thing is, wherever you are on your personal journey, there's someone who's a couple steps behind, just learning about themselves, just learning about their ways to interact with the world, just learning what it looks and feels like to imagine what comes next. You've been there. You're the veteran. You've gone down that path. You've experienced it. You've stepped up and overcome through your own personal journey. Now reach back and pull that next person up to the experience that you're having right now. Becoming a mentor is one of the more valuable things you can do, because it tells somebody else, I see something in you that's significant and extraordinary, and I want to be part of shaping that and building that and helping you become everything you are. Formalize it. Tell someone, I'd like to be a mentor in your life. I'd like to help you. I'd like to challenge you to grow when you're coming at things or looking to take a shortcut, but I'd also like to be there to celebrate with you. Formalize that relationship, but take people with you, not only on your journey, but as a co-pilot on their journey as they're looking to become better contributors to the greater good. Next is to embrace the allies. We know that we have allies in our life, cheerleaders and coaches and partners and friends who are in our corner and will advocate for us without fail. When we're offended at a table, they will speak up and say, that's not appropriate, that's not part of who we want to be. Who we need to embrace are the people who will advocate just as feverishly for us, even when we're not in the room. Figure out in your social setting who these allies are, who the advocates for your case are, who the champions of making sure we have equity and inclusion as central issues as we're building our community towards what we become next, and support this group. Embrace their role, embrace their efforts, and become a partner in that journey with them. At the end of the day, it's on you to create the future that you want. Life is defined by hundreds of thousands of decisions you'll make over the course of any given year or several years. We have a choice. Life is designed sometimes to make us feel disenfranchised, to make us feel like the deck is stacked against us, and to make us feel like we are less than, that a community doesn't want us, that a group doesn't want to be associated with us, that a team is moving in a direction where we don't fit. In those moments, we have two choices. We can step out, walk away, wash our hands of it and simply be done and say, I gave what I could, but there's no more. Or we can step up, become a champion for the solution, look at our peers and colleagues in the eyes and say, we can do better, and we owe one another to do better. Together, when we step up, we will make a meaningful, positive difference. We will make our communities a better place, and we will be a better community as a result of that. Thank you for taking the time to review this challenge, to think about the contents and specific components that are in it, and to continuing to make a meaningful difference in your world. Your efforts, your intentions, and your actions matter. Thank you so much.